From pixelated pioneers to modern-day legends, female protagonists have reshaped gaming, not just as characters, but as cultural icons. They've battled aliens, demons, zombies, and stereotypes, rewriting the rules of what heroes can be. Today, we're diving into the 10 most iconic women in gaming history, exploring how they broke barriers and why they stand out. Eve, Stellar Blade. Eve drops onto Earth's machine-scarred surface like a blade through silk. Her combat a hypnotic dance of slashes, dodges, and screen-shaking special moves. Stellar Blade isn't shy about its Nier Automata inspirations, from her blindfolded-esque visor to the way her hair whips during combat. But where 2B pondered existential dread, Eve is all momentum. Her fights against the Naytiba aren't philosophical, they're visceral survival. Each parry and counterattack refining her into a weapon of pure elegance. Eve represents the next generation of action heroines. She's unburdened by moral ambiguity, focusing instead on mechanical perfection. Her design, sleek, futuristic, yet hauntingly familiar, and her buttery smooth combat animations set a new bar for character control. In an era where games often prioritize realism, Eve reminds us that sexy can be substance. Bayonetta. Bayonetta doesn't just fight gods, she styles on them. Whether summoning a demonic train to flatten enemies or backflipping in slow motion while her hair morphs into a dragon, gaming's premier witch treats apocalypses like runway shows. Bayonetta 3 cranks up her camp to cosmic heights, tossing her into a multiverse where she battles alongside herself. The new Demon Slave mechanic lets her command screen-filling monsters mid-combo, but lose focus and they'll turn on her. A risky twist that rewards audacity. Bayonetta owns her power and her sexuality without apology. She's a middle-aged woman who is maternal, flirtatious, and vicious, smashing stereotypes with every stiletto stomp. Her unshakable confidence redefined what female characters could be in action games. Not just strong, but dominant. Horizon. Aloy. Aloy wasn't chosen by fate. She clawed her way into destiny. Cast out at birth by the Nora tribe, she trades self-pity for curiosity, scavenging ancient focus tech to hack towering robot dinosaurs. Forbidden West deepens her role as a reluctant leader, forcing her to trust allies in a world where tribal politics clash with rogue AI. Her genius lies in bridging past and future, a hunter who disassembles machines for parts, yet empathizes with their almost human sentience. Aloy proves heroes don't need super strength, just grit and brains. Her refusal to be defined by trauma or a love interest resonated globally, offering a blueprint for grounded heroism. She's that rare hero that outthinks machines as deftly as she outshoots them. Where others see and fear apocalyptic chaos, she sees patterns to exploit. Metroid Dread, Samus Aran. Samus doesn't speak, she acts. Pursued by the EMMI, relentless robots that kill in one hit, she is stripped down to the basics, dodging, shooting, and outsmarting. Each upgrade, Morph Ball, Ice Beam, isn't just a tool, it's a piece of her identity reforged. By the end, she's not just surviving, she's reminding the galaxy why they feared her. What makes Samus iconic? She was gaming's first major female protagonist, all the way back in 1986. Samus shattered the damsel trope by being the hero. Her power armor became a symbol of gender-neutral badassery, while Dread modernized her legacy, a silent force of nature, defined by resilience, not words.
Jill, over here!
Jill Valentine, Resident Evil 3. Jill Valentine doesn't run from the nemesis. She outmaneuvers it. The RE3 remake sharpens her into Raccoon City's apex predator, dodging zombie grabs with tactical rolls, crafting explosives from aerosol cans, and turning every alley into a kill zone. But the nemesis keeps her human. Its mutated forms and unpredictable ambushes inject raw panic into her calculated skill. What makes Jill iconic is that she laid the groundwork for survival horror heroines. While others screamed, she strategized. Her 1999 debut rejected the final girl trope And the 2020 remake cemented her as a tactical genius, proof that horror protagonists can fight back without losing their vulnerability. Nier Automata 2B. 2B fights with the grace of a ballerina and the sorrow of a poet. In a war between machines and androids, her mission to save humanity unravels into a haunting question. What if humanity isn't worth saving? Her combat shifts genres on a dime. Hack and slash one moment, bullet hell shooter the next, mirroring her fractured sense of purpose. 2B's Blindfold isn't just an iconic fashion statement. It's what makes her one of gaming's most notable characters. It's a metaphor for gaming's embrace of moral grayness. Her emotional restraint and tragic loyalty to a doomed cause made her a symbol of existential storytelling. A heroine whose silence speaks louder than any words could. Alien Isolation. Amanda Ripley. Amanda Ripley isn't a soldier. She's an engineer armed with a wrench and a motion tracker. Trapped aboard the Sevastopol station, she survives the xenomorph by thinking, not fighting, jury-rigging security systems, hiding in lockers, and holding her breath as the creature's tail flickers past. The game's AI adapts to your tactics, turning each encounter into a chess match. Amanda's iconicism stems from her proven heroism. It isn't about firepower. It's about ingenuity. Her vulnerability, no health bar, no superpowers, made her relatable, while the xenomorph's unpredictability highlighted her improvisational brilliance. She's Ellen Ripley's daughter in spirit, ordinary yet extraordinary.
While you're working in the region where she went missing, you're still looking, aren't you?
Tomb Raider. Lara Croft. Lara Croft first swan-dived into gaming in 1996. No one expected the pointy polygon archaeologist to outlast Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. Yet almost 3 decades later, she's not just survived, she's evolved from pixelated pioneer to gaming's most adaptable icon. Original voice actor Shelley Bond, who took inspiration from a female Indiana Jones, nailed her appeal early. She's all about girl power at the forefront of the adventure. Lara is iconic not only because she shattered the glass ceiling in cargo shorts, but her journey from low-poly sex symbol to gritty survivor in the 2013 reboot mirrored gaming's own growth spurt, proving female leads could carry blockbuster franchises and next-gen evolution. Whether played by Angelina Jolie or in a Netflix special, Lara remains the standard for action heroines who outsmart tombs and tropes alike. Street Fighter. Chun-Li. Chun-Li didn't just enter the fighting game scene, she rewrote the rules. As the first female fighter to break into the mainstream with Street Fighter II, she kicked down doors, literally, with her lightning kick, for every heroine who followed. An Interpol officer by day, she's driven by revenge against M. Bison for her father's murder. But her real legacy is how she redefined strength. Chun-Li is iconic because she proved women could headline fighting games and dominate. Her blend of athleticism, the iconic spinning bird kick, and emotional depth made her more than a token female. She was a benchmark. From arcades to Hollywood films, her trademark blue cheat paw and spiked bracelets became symbols of gaming's global rise. She's not just Street Fighter's first lady, she's the original esports queen. The Last of Us Part 2. Ellie. Ellie's story isn't about heroism, it's about corrosion. Physical, moral, and relational. Haunted by early game events, her quest for vengeance twists her into a mirror of her enemies.
I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Naughty Dog ties her moral decay to gameplay. Kills grow gorier, stealth sequences more paranoid, and by the end, even victories feel hollow. Her final act of mercy isn't redemption, it's exhaustion. Ellie shattered the myth of the noble hero. Her rage, grief, and capacity for cruelty forced players to confront uncomfortable truths about trauma and vengeance. She's gaming's most unflinching anti-heroine, a reflection of our darkest selves. Well, on that happy note, we've come to the end of today's video. Which of these icons is your favorite? Drop a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into gaming's most unforgettable legends. Until next time!